Like all regular people I grew up with in the heartland, JD studied at Yale, had his career funded by Silicon Valley billionaires, and then wrote a bestseller trashing that community. Come on! That's not what middle America is. And I gotta tell you, I can't wait to debate the guy. That is, if he's willing to get off the couch and show up. So, you see what I did there?
How is he a human? How is he not a cartoon character and possibly a Muppet? Maybe I've just been watching a lot of Muppets recently, but Tim Walz is giving off funny Muppet energy. That was a great joke. I loved in the background, Kamala Harris just sort of like smiling, like a little bit like, oh, was he gonna go there? And then he, in classic dad fashion, had to point out that he had made the joke. It's just a genetic thing. At a certain point, you have to do that. And so he did it, and all the emoting, everything is awesome. So that is Tim Walz. And you should know that that joke that a lot of people there in Philly laughed at, a lot of people online laughed at it, is making the right very angry, okay? And I actually saw an article, Sharon, I want your opinion on this. I saw an article, I think it was on Mediaite, and it was like, Tim Walz shouldn't be given a pass for trafficking in this conspiracy theory. And I just don't know what we're doing as a society anymore. I understand the desire to both sides, literally everything, as the right is talking about Kamala became a black person. Okay, you've got some conspiracy theories, I guess the left does too. Nobody believes it, nobody thinks it's real. It's not a conspiracy theory because it's not a theory and there's no conspiracy. It's a joke. That's all it is. That's why it's funny. That's why people laugh. I think, Sharon, what do you think?
I think you're spot on. It's just kind of what we're doing. It's almost like a blah, 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 blah. Like, I think there was an SNL skit like that, where you're not really saying anything. You're just kind of talking mashed potato nonsense. I don't even know if that's a thing, but it's just kind of like, you're just kind of mixing stuff up and seeing, well, how people will react to it. Maybe they'll say, oh, that tasted good. That was fun for a minute, but I don't want to consume it every day. It's something like that. I don't even know if I made sense, but neither do they.
Yeah, I just, look, again, we've talked about this multiple times. It's just funny, that's all it is. JD Vance is a weird guy, and it is plausible that he would have done that, particularly because he wrote the book where he was describing he had this wild younger life or whatever before he became the most like stock standard Silicon Valley sociopath that has ever walked the earth. And so it's conceivable that he could have done it, but nobody believes that he actually did. It's just a joke. Please, everyone, stop trying to drain all of the joy out of this time. We're finally enjoying ourselves. Just let us enjoy ourselves. But anyway, that wasn't the only joke that he had, and not just on the stage at the rally. He also put out this message on Twitter. The best part about being the VP candidate for the Dems is that my running mate will never try to have me hung by a crowd of her own supporters. Dun, you know, because they tried to kill Mike Pence. But it is funny, I like dark humor, and Tim Walz likes dark humor. He's very much a dad in that way too. But anyway, look, it's been an exciting time, and we'll get to more of the substance from Walz, but let's just talk about what's happened since he was chosen. It was just a day ago. It feels like several weeks now, but apparently since he was announced as the running mate, the Harris campaign has raised more than $20 million from supporters, which is great numbers, although we can't say for sure that that is due to Walz because they were raising a lot of money anyway. I'm sure it helped. It was one of its best fundraising days this election cycle. By the way, during his speech, Walz told rally supporters that in this less than 100-day campaign that they have time for now, we'll sleep when we're dead. And I think that very much has to be the mantra. I think both of them should not stop traveling between now and the election. Joe Biden will be fine. He'll take care of all the presidential stuff. Harris, you can just go out there, be in Michigan, be in Arizona, be in Georgia, go to North Carolina, go to all those places, go to New Hampshire. And I hope that they do that. But anyway, we're gonna get, as I said, we're gonna get to the substance, but I think it's exciting. We have not yet gotten your a chance for you to respond to the pick. I don't know if you had a favorite, but what do you think about the direction that Kamala Harris went in?
Well, you know, I told you I had that interview with Josh Shapiro, and I wasn't really thinking about him before that. Not that long ago, maybe late last year, early this year, it all blends together. And I thought, well, he is, I get it. He is either so good and an Academy Award winner, or the guy's the real deal. And I said back then, oh, he does sound like Obama. This is well, I don't want to use weird. That's already taken. But I said, I thought it should be him. And he's young and look at this hot, fresh ticket. But I didn't know much about Walz. Okay, I'm a journalist who didn't do enough homework. I like him. And I think this is just right. She has her Obama to Biden, okay? Kamala to Walz is the same thing. And he's comfortable, he's believable, he likes people, he helps people. I was reading an article about how when he was a coach, one of his kids, he protected a gay kid who was getting bullied. Yeah. I mean, I'm not saying he deserves a gold star for that, but he's a good guy. And I think it showed time and time again when you look at his life story. And I think Americans can relate to that. A teacher, a coach, he served. He dissed the NRA after a while and said, I'm not going to put up with this. Oh, women should have, autonomy over their bodies. What's not to like about this guy? I was just kind of thinking, I'd love to have dinner with him or invite him to the cookout or just spend a few minutes with him. Mm-hmm. Maybe I'm just
I think for a lot of people, he reminds people of like their uncle or maybe in some cases dad or their teacher. He just has that familiarity that JD Vance, like unfortunately, Peter Thiel cannot manufacture that sort of warmth and just ship it to Vance to use. Vance has no warmth or charisma or like just humanity at the end of the day, and Walz does. Members make a difference here at TYT. You help make the show happen, and we see you in the chat with your loyalty badge. Click the join button to become a member today.